Thank you. Let's bring in Samire Bennis. He's a witness from the city of Fez. He joins us live now. Samir, good to have you with us here in Al Jazeera. So you're there in Fez. Tell us what happened the moment the earthquake hit. What was your experience?
Hi, thank you for having me. First, let me express my deep sorrow for the lost lives caused by this tragedy and express my condolences and sympathy to the people who lost their loved ones. I am in Fez, and yesterday at exactly 11:12 p.m., as I was playing with my 13-month-old daughter in the basement of our house, at the moment when I went to grab a cup of water for her, I heard my wife and my sister saying in Arabic, earthquake, earthquake. I turned back immediately in kind of disbelief. I didn't realize then that what was happening. Then I looked up at the chandelier and I saw that it was swaying, at a quick pace. Then I realized that we had just gone through an earthquake. My first reaction then was to urge everybody to go out of the house and go outdoor to the garden. Then I grabbed my phone and I called my two brothers who live in Fez to check on them and also ask them if they felt anything. They confirmed to me what I had felt. And then I called my brother who lives in Rabat and asked him if he was aware this happened. He told me also that he felt a tremor in Rabat and that everybody in his building was out of their homes in the open. Then I went to Facebook to just post something that saying that to the effect that I felt a tremor in Fez. To my surprise, so many people posted comments saying that they felt the same in Rabat, Casablanca, Kenitra, Agadir, Marrakesh. At that moment in time, I realized the scale of what's happened, and I started realizing that what has happened in Fez.
And it's interesting, Samir. Let me just jump in here. It's interesting because Fez is something like 500 kilometers away from Marrakesh. Yet, as you say, people there still felt the power of the tremors.
Absolutely, and let me tell you that we were all awestruck and in a state of panic and disbelief because we have never gone through this in our life. I am 46 years old. I lived half part of my life in Morocco, and I have never gone through this. I am now visiting Morocco, going back into the years in a couple of weeks, and I was shocked to go through this experience. And here in France, despite the fact that we are very far, like 500 kilometers away from the epicenter, people across the city felt the tremor and they rushed out of their homes. And so many people, including myself, spent sleepless nights because we were afraid of undergoing other aftershocks, because what happens when earthquakes happen is that people get scared of aftershocks, especially in cities like Fez, where people are not used to this kind of disasters. Because I just would like to point out that Fez has never experienced any earthquake as far as I remember.
Let me just jump in again, Samir. I mean, tell us about the old city in Fez. I mean, that's a famous tourist destination. Did that sustain any damage at all? Because it's really old, isn't it? It's like 1,200 years old or something.
Thank you for this question. Actually, I am, I love this city more than anything. The first thing that crossed my mind yesterday when the earthquake happened was I had a thought about the old city, because it's a 12th century old city, and most of the buildings in that area dates back to 8th, 9th, 10th century, and any ground shaking could have a devastating effect on the city. And the first thing that I did in the morning when I woke up, I went to Medina, because I was born there and raised up in the Medina, and I went there to check on people and also make sure that nothing bad was happened. And thankfully, the Medina of Fez was spared any damage from earthquake.
Samir, let me get a final thought from you. I mean, you talked to us about, you called your brothers very quickly, who I think you said also live in Fez. What about your other family and friends across Morocco? What have they been telling you about their experiences, their loss, their damages which have happened to them? Are they all safe?
Well, I got phone calls from friends from Casablanca, and also we have two correspondents working for Morocco News that are based in Marrakesh, and two of them told me the horror they went through last night, and one of them just sent me just earlier today pictures of his house, which is located not in the ancient part of Marrakesh, but in the modern area, with the walls having clear cracks. This speaks to the violence of this powerful earthquake that will for sure leave an indelible bad souvenir in the collective memory of the Moroccan people.
Samire Bennis, really good to get your experience here on Al Jazeera. Samir, thank you very much indeed for talking to Al Jazeera. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.